12K, deconstructing idolatry in the stage world. General concept: what is idolatry? The same importance of every one of us. The creation of idolatry and its mesmerization in social groups. Mind reading and artificial fame. Idolatry and the media reality makers. Illusory projection of other people's fame over your brain and its implications. The role of the media as an instrument of power and the creation of sex symbols. Press manipulation and the formation of fame. Putting yourself in the position of the puppet master. The money connection. Sponsoring idolatry through the media. Being in the news in the stage world. Deconstructing the circus of distortions, reductionism, and labels. Beauty contests. Deconstructing descriptions of reality. Model career. Deconstructing descriptions of reality. Idolatry and the false looking glass, when he or she is famous in the stage world. Dosing the doors of perception, filtering and pulverizing idolatry-based news. Deconstructing idolatry through physical opportunities. Gurulatry and doctrines. Deconstructing religious-based, belief-based, and behavior-based idolatries. The country idolatry and other geolatries. Sponsoring patriotism in the stage world. 12L. The cheating comparisons technique. General concepts. The apparent kundalinic value of human shells and its elastic variation. The connection between the production of kundalini and the illusion of quote-unquote vampirism. Producing kundalini in the stage world. The enormous influence of the hair. Long hairs and short hairs, wet hairs and dry hairs, loose hairs and tied hairs, haircuts and hairstyles, bangs, plaits, curly hair, etc. Using special products, colors, dyeing, reconditioners, gels, etc. Special techniques, blow dry, highlights, interlacing, etc. Wigs, hair implants and artificial hair pieces. Shave, beards, mustaches, goatees and sideboards. Baldness. The production of kundalini through the garment. Sensual pieces of clothes, creating a fantasy in your mind. Tight or large clothes. The huge illusion of vivid colors, textures, shiny clothes and special materials and combinations. Accessoires, trinkets, and jewelry. Stuffings for breasts and buttocks. Female adhesive, indication of sexual excitement on the backside. The kundalinic value of makeup. The kundalinic value of the skin. Texture, face and body. Suntan. Artificial tan. Depilation. Skin treatment, pimples, acne, etc. Producing extra kundalini in the world of photography, TV, movies, fashion and propaganda. Lighting, angles, close-ups, poses and framing, camera. Base cream on the skin, instant apparent tan. Stuffing for penis, male models. Producing kundalini through gestures, postures, walking, smiles and behaviors. Producing kundalini through teeth whitening, several techniques. Producing kundalini through surgical interventions. Producing kundalini through the use of anabolic steroids. Producing kundalini through the use of nawal elements, transforming the kundalinic level of a shell in 24 hours or so. 12M. Your pigeonholes and speculative comparisons. 12N. Alleged character restrictions to form a couple. 12O. Attacking your self-discipline. 13. Quick reminder, using the right label or not. 14. Deconstructing their speculation, Part 3. 14a. The reality fishing techniques, Part 1. Doubt fishing, generic fishing, association of ideas fishing, conversation fishing, subject fishing, Part 2. Information fishing, kindness fishing, honesty fishing, charity fishing, routine fishing, complaint fishing, expectations fishing, fear fishing. Example number 1, clicking your phone line. Number 2, generic fear and the top of memory stack. 3, the forbidden subject taboo. Part 3, opinion fishing. Opinion fishing with self-positioning. Criterion fishing, behavior fishing, multiple fishing. 14b, the reality cloning techniques. Definition and general concept, subject cloning, dream cloning, self-pity cloning, chat participation cloning, you thought first. You do it because you want, not because of them. They don't laugh at you. Preference cloning, gesture cloning, multiple cloning, homepage cloning by Webmaster Zero Left. 14c, the behavior inducement technique. 14d, the tracing techniques, inducing you to define and limit your reality. Criterion tracing, opinion tracing, behavior tracing. 14e, some of their rules can be bent, others can be broken. 14f, the dispersal technique, undermining your visualization. 14g, the reductionist choral technique, limiting your reality in space or time. 14h, the cover-up and spin technique, denying the previous speculation. 14i, the one mistake nullifies everything technique. 14j, the Stalinism technique, changing the description of the past. 14k, the trial balloon technique, manipulating your fears. 14l, the pretended seriousness technique, manipulating a task they charge you in your stage world. 14m, the invented little stories, reinforcing their description of reality. 14n, the insinuating friendship technique. 14o, valuing their performance in the stage world. 14p, undervaluing their reality and overvaluing theirs. 14q, the mathematized feeling technique, trying to inculcate a new quote-unquote love in your mind. 14r, artificial and sudden silence during conversation. 14s, controlling your timetable worries. 14t, the tiring technique, exhorting your mind. 14u, sabotaging your everyday life. 15. Quick reminder, suggested archetypes for generic uses. 16. Deconstructing their speculation, Part 4. 16a. Denying the truth, the pretended naturalness technique. General concepts. Controlling your perception field, keeping your mind in the prison. Their characters and the customization of survivors' perception fields. The true nature of reality, observer or observed. Their characters and the intersection of survivors' perception fields. Forging conflicts between their characters. Associating their characters' alleged misfortunes with naturalness. 16b. Denying the truth, the hurricane is not over technique. Denying the passage of the hurricane through your city years ago. General concept, the tight shoe reality inducement. Remembering the hurricane. The cover-up of the truth with the sedimented auras delirium. The Wally report technique, anchoring your perception in the tight reality. Leaving the quote-unquote source or not. simulating the existence of the other side and the movements of the war. Deconstructing the sensation of having lost the train of history. Denying the proximity of the global D-Day. 16C. Denying the truth, the hurricane has never existed technique. Trumanizing your past. 16D. The happy slave technique. Justifying slavery. Introduction. Example number 1. The guidance approach. Number 2. The partial free will approach. 3. The devil's advocate approach. 4. The classroom approach. 5. The retirement approach. 6. The safety approach. 7. The intellectual approach. 8. The wrong direction approach. 9. The something to prove approach. 10. The brainwashing inducement. 11. The constructive review approach. 12. The natural synchronicity approach. 13. The literal label approach. 16E. Question reality. Noticing little incongruities in the very structure of the stage world. 16F. Question reality. Vanishing with some objects belonging to you, and sometimes bringing them back. 16G. Question reality. Producing an images circus. 16H. Controlling your global D-Day worries. 16I. Bypassing your reality check, liquidifying your memory. 16J. Anchoring your perception, making you like the stage world. 16K. The anti-love dictatorship technique, repressing the expansion of your aura. 17. Deconstructing your nightly dreams. 18. Deconstructing their speculation part 5. 18A. The mill techniques. 18B. The horse movements, general concepts. Primary defense, the energetic dolphin. Secondary defense, the replacement maneuver. Some horse types. Manipulating contradictions, bypassing your reality check, the quantum horse and the if I had maneuver, the bib horse, multiple horse, bib plus quantum, horse movement with self-positioning, calling you a horse movement in the workplace, trying to enslave you. A. Your boss in the horse position. B. A workmate in the horse position. Criteria disparity with keywords. Horse movement with Stalinism technique. Presumed horse theory. Description of horse movement over another person with interpretation and fear fishings. The quick horse. The child horse. Spiritual child in the stage world. Horse movement, punishing you through a sabotage maneuver. Scientific reality makers Nazism, cheating descriptions of reality in a scientific position of authority. Horse movement and the thought punishment. Horse movement with event tracing and the foregone conclusion argument. Making a storm in a teacup. Manipulating your common sense, calling you a goofy if you consider natural something that they define as absurd, and accusing you of foregone conclusion if you consider absurd something that they define as natural. 18C. Creating a situation to judge you. 18D. The jigsaw trigger technique, when the last archetype turns on all the previous ones. 19. Plan B. Using antonyms.